Okay, so now we're going to take something that we already know, which is domain and range from the word problem, all right? So again, like you have this graph, there's a line, it has two endpoints, and so you have this to look at to figure out domain and range. When we have endpoints on both sides, there's an endpoint here, there's an endpoint there, this is how you would set up your domain, this is how you would set up your range, all right? So we get to figure out, well, what is the number where it starts on the left side, and that is at 0. So it's going to be 0. The inequality is always going to be less than or equal to, because it's always Mr. Phil. You would never skip a mile, you would never skip out on anything, all right? So then it's x, then it's less than or equal to, and then we find out, well, where's the right number? Boom, at 50. Now check it out on the table. Look, the x value started at 0 and 0, and it ended at 50. How nice is that? Now, we're using inequalities because it's continuous, all right? This is a continuous problem. If it was discrete, it would be like a list of numbers, but it's not. This is continuous. That's why we're using inequalities. So now let's move to the range. Well, for the range, we need the bottom number because we're looking at the y-axis, right? So the bottom of where the line begins, it starts at 10. Oh, look, that's where it started at the table as well. So it's 10 less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to. Well, then we go to the top number. Here's the endpoint. I go all the way to where the top is. That's at 60. Look at the table. It also ended at 60. So that's how you would do like domain and range, okay? So now they have one more question. They said, hey, if you only have $40 cash, no credit card and Venmo, what is the maximum distance a tow truck vehicle can take you? So you can be like, oh, cash, well, that's over here where dollars is. And it's like $40. Well, I'll just go to where 40 is, and I'm going to go find the x value that's with the y value of 40, which happens to be 30, right? And so it's kind of like you might even have that on your table. Your table would be like, oh, so $40, that means I'm only going 30 miles. And so it might not be on your table if you didn't put that as an option, but for us, it did. So it would be 30 miles.